Hello, Wayfarers. We just signed up for a 6222 Modern Masters draft. And, hmm, I think, wow, it's one of the rares here, obviously. They are both pretty bonkers, but, Niv Mizzet is definitely, like, easier to work with and just a good all-around card. I'm going to look up Ulamog just to see how much value he is. And he's not much, so we're just going to go ahead and pick up this Niv Mizzet because it's pretty good. There's some black cards in here, definitely going to be passing a lot of black, and then a couple white. I'm not sure how good red-blue is in this. Here, well, let's move this down a hair. And here we are looking at some blue cards, probably. Maybe the Tribal Flames. Maybe it is just the Tribal Flames here. Cloud Elemental is really good, but I think it's just Tribal Flames here. Bestial Menace is very good as well. But, it's neither of these colors. Maybe it is just a Menace here. And we can stay open a little bit. Not force the Niv Mizzet. The person to my left might be confused, but I mean, an 11 drop is not really the best, I would say. Lots more black cards. Only one green. This 2/2 double strike is pretty good. So is the vampires. I don't think I want to go into black at this point, just because my next pack I'll be forced out of it. Chalice is good. Chalice leaves me open to I think I want to do the Chalice here. There's a little bit of thought to the Fire Slinger, but it's a very specific card. This Hearthfire Hobgoblin is pretty good too, especially if you get the Boros decks. Okay, so we've got Apostle's Blessing, which is pretty universal. Can always go in something, and we've got a Rampant Growth, which we should be able to see another one of those. A Flayer Husk. Don't really want to fortify. I feel like maybe it's Rampant Growth, and we'll kind of go into a ramping deck a little bit. Apostle's Blessing is worth drafting, but this early, I think I'll get a Rampant Growth here. Oh wow, Electrolyze is awesome this late. I mean, Electrolyze can be overrated. Maybe Thrumming Bird is even better, but I feel like with a Niv Mizzet already in mind, it still could be Thrumming Bird with the Ever-Flowing Chalice. Glinthawk Idols are good, obviously. I've lost many a game to that card. Um, so yeah, it's either the Electrolyze or the Thrumming Bird. I think I'm going to go with the Electrolyze here. Wildfire is good. There's some affinity type stuff going on here. Maybe it's a machinist or mechanist. We can look at the wildfire some more. It's probably the mechanist, but it might be the wildfire. No, it probably is not the wildfire. Oh. Okay, so there's a few green cards, as well as a helium squirter, a smash to smithereens, a grasp, okay, so smash to smithereens is a very good sideboard card, but I think it might just be the spider here. Keep color sorted right now. Sphere of the Suns, definitely going along with what we're doing. Now we're really wanting a Thrumming Bird or two. This could be a really fun deck. Have a lot of powerful, 3-color cards. Maybe we can get another Sphere, another Chalice. We'll just see where we're going here. We might even be able to cut green at some point. Okay, so there's not a whole lot in here that we like. Double Strike is good, but is it really worth this guy? Kami is good. This card is not very good. I don't think I've seen it once. Maybe Frogmite? Yeah, we'll go with Frogmite. It's probably more playable than the Slaughter guy. We could look at another Rampant Growth, but I think it's Cloud Elemental here. It's a solid card. It's a solid card. Soulbright might not be a bad idea at some point. It can turn 1 red into... Well, no, it can't really filter land very good. Unless you just have an obscene amount. Well, looking at black looks pretty good here. You've got the Dusk Hunter Bat and the Sickle Reaper. Servitor, I think it's a Servitor here. Though. Combust for sure. Yeah. Definitely a sideboard card though, we'll just put it straight there. If we played this, it would be specifically for the land cycling. I think we'll play this. Probably not really worth it, but wow, Blood Throne going that late, I'll just put that in my sideboard. Helium Squirter late too. Not that we'll play it, just because its mana cost is a little high for what we're going to be wanting to do. We can probably find other flyers that are better. Wow. I think I want to look up Leyline of Sanctity. It's an E, isn't it? It's a good card, but it's only worth a couple tickets on here. So we can look at other cards in this pack. We've got an Aether Snipe. Tribal Flames, another Cloud Elemental, which we won't play, and Nest Invader. Nest Invader seems pretty good here if we're wanting to ramp. Aether Snipe is really good. I think it might be Nest Invader here. Maybe even Tribal Flames. No, we'll stick to that. Okay, so there are a couple good cards here for us. The green cards are, you know, pretty decent. They do what they do. Steady Progress is nice for some of the things we're looking at doing. So is Fiery Fall and Gorehorn Minotaurs. Probably not the Fiery Fall, but maybe. No, definitely not the Gorehorn Minotaurs. Maybe one of the green cards or this Steady Progress. I'm gonna pick the Steady. I probably shouldn't have picked that. I think I could have gotten that later at some point. We're not really worried about the Spirit or Arcane stuff. It's either this Cloud Elemental here or the Gust Skimmer. Ooh, there is also a Scatter the Seeds. Kind of shenanigans do we have for the Scatter the Seeds? Another Tribal Flames. I don't think Scatter the Seeds is quite where we want to be here. Cloud Elemental probably is, and so is Tribal Flames. I think we're going to go with the... Actually, I think removal is pretty important in this format. We just don't have any yet, so I'm going to go with the Tribal Flames. Bauble is good, Rusted Relic is good, and so is Aether Snipe. Definitely not Expedition Map. The Rusted Relic doesn't fit our deck. Aether Snipe is a very, very good, very, very usable card in most situations. But so is the Bauble here to fix our mana up. I think I'm just going to get the Bauble because it's something that we're going to need, whereas Aether Snipe can be replaceable. Okay, so now we've got a Telling Time, a Nest Invader, or a Servitor. It's probably not the Servitor here, unless we really want to hedge towards artifacts. Could be the Nest Invader. Let's look at our CMC. We've definitely got some heavier stuff. It might just be Telling Time though, just because we are kind of playing a mid-rangey deck where we're going to want to find those cards in times of need. So that's what we picked up here. Thrumming Bird is great right now. We can get these Sphere Sun, Ever Falling Chalice pumped up. and we're playing green-blue, so we're bound to get more graph stuff. And there we go, there's a graph thing. That's a tough one though, just because this guy is very good, but so is Tezzeret's Gambit. And this Etched Oracle, all three of these cards are good for us. Because with the Etched Oracle, even if we're not running like 4 different colors, we can get a 3/3 and then later, you know, get a 4th counter with a Proliferate and draw some cards. I think it's the Rootkin though. I would like to pick up the Mana Leak here just because we've got a Telling Time, and Mana Leak and Telling Time kind of go well together. Also, we've got a lot of 2s and then some really good late stuff, so that might be kind of the way we want to go. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Well, that just seems good. It's a 3/3 starting out. And then it just becomes better and better and better. Did I see this card? I think I did, and I just didn't pay attention to it. So yeah, at this point, we're definitely going green-blue with a splash of red for some of these cards. It's a stretch to splash for Niv-Mizzet, but we're going to be valuing Sphere of Suns and things like that pretty high. Whenever another creature dies, you may make him bigger. You trade once with him in play, and that is not the card I wanted there, but I got it, I guess. I should have highlighted something. Simic Initiate gives me some interesting ideas. I don't think it's good with this deck, but like this deck does have the idea of proliferating with a guy like that. Super powerful. Gut Shot is absolutely good. Expedition Map, put it into your hand. No, I don't think we want to stretch that far. It's just 1 4 land. It's any land, which is cool, but we're not stretching that far. We'll get a Commune. If our mana gets good enough, we can... Repeal is good, yeah. Steady Progress. Definitely drafted that way too earlier. Another Noble Hierarch. I think I just picked that based on the value of it. My real pick would probably be Narcolepsy, but Noble Hierarch is a value card. It's pretty solid too. Also, if we get Sunburst stuff, it adds to that a little bit too. We can get a white in there. Now we're going to wait around a little bit, so I'll pause. I can mess around with the sideboard here for a second. Maybe. This is going to be a tough one. We've got 27 cards here. Kozilek or Savage Twister. Man, that is tough to pass a Kozilek that just got passed to me. But I think it's Savage Twister, because we want to win. And then maybe we can get an Evolving Wilds, because now I'm starting to feel some good cards coming my way, like Savage Twister. Man, though, Kozilek? It's a pretty sweet card. I guess you're gonna have that sometimes with Modern Masters stuff. You're gonna be like, ah, man, this is so good. Ooh, so we've got Mana Fixing. And is it Boiler Works? Or or narcolepsy. I think we want to get at least one of these. It sucks to pass the narcolepsy, but our needs gotta be higher than our wants sometimes. And I'd say we're happy we did that. When we can get a burst lightning here. That's probably the pick. There's also this Aquastrand Spider, which is pretty solid with some of our proliferate stuff. Maybe it is just a spider. We got 1, 2, 3 proliferate effects. No, removal is just good. What are we looking at here? We've got this guy, but he's red, and his abilities really require a lot of red too, so that's why we won't do that. I think we'll go ahead. Well, how many artifacts do we have? We can look at Thoughtcast. Definitely not worth running Thoughtcast, so we're just going to pick up this Mana Leak here. And narcolepsy comes to us. Thank you, narcolepsy. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. Mutagenic Growth, or Initiate, or Cloud Elemental. I think it's Cloud Elemental. 3 of those is still good, right? Oh, Sphere of the Suns. Yes, that's what we've been wanting. It's definitely better than a Gruul Turf here, I think. Just because it ramps. Yeah. Maybe we can see another one of those. Yeah, steady. Well, do we want a third Steady Progress? Or do we have another card that's better for us? I don't think there's anything. We're not really token heavy. Scion wouldn't be bad, but it's 3 colors, so it wouldn't be great either. Smash to Smithereen sideboard is a good one. And a second smash. Come on, another card that we like. One more. I don't think we saw something like this. Oh, another Aquastrand Spider. That sounds great. Kind of going a little weird on this one. We'll just see how it goes. We've definitely got a lot of early game though, and I think this Commune with Nature is actually good for us, so we'll pick that up. We probably won't run it. Let's sort Converted Mana Cost again. Probably take that out. Thrive comes in. Thrive's definitely good in this deck. I want to get a big picture of this before I start rooting through it. Take some of these 1-drops out. I'm not sure how good Nest Invader is. Servitor isn't great either. Frogmite is definitely not good enough. Let's group creatures separately. Definitely a very creature-like deck. Take out one of the steady progresses. Take out Thrive. Repeal. I don't think we actually need this Rampant Growth, because we've got the 2 Sphere of the Suns. I think we'll take Repeal out. Is there anything else we like taking out? Maybe one of these Cloud Elementals? I don't know though, those are pretty good. I'm not sure how good this deck is. It's got a lot of iffy stuff in it. It does have Niv-Mizzet though. And this Lore Scale Coidal. Probably can't take another creature out. What can we take out? You know what? I'm going to take a Cloud Elemental out. I changed my mind. And I think this is where we sit. $15 lands with 1, 2, 3, 4 other mana sources. The Boiler Works. I know it's kind of a stretch, but we're gonna go with it. How many? Let's combine groups. Sort by color. So we've got 5 red. We've got 1, 2, 3 red sources. We've got our 6 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green. And 2 green sources. Maybe the bobble. And a bunch of blue. But it's all one cast blue. I think I like that, yeah. Nice balance. Maybe one less red for a green. How much blue is that though? That's 7 blue. 8 blue. Yeah, one less red for a green. That leaves 4, 5, 6 red. Potentially 7 with the bobble. Our mana could be better. I think this is what we'll go with. 15 lands is light, but I think, let's look at our CMC real quick once again. 2 1s, 2s, 3s, yeah. And then we got hard stuff to cast. We'll see. It looks like a fun deck to play, I think. It might not be the greatest, but it's got a little bit of everything. It's kind of one of those power decks. It's got some synergies. Hummingbird and some spears and Steady progresses with some couple of Aqua Strand Spires, Root Can. Yeah. We'll submit. And we'll see you in round 1.